guys? Welcome to another episode of Breakaway. Ooh, that music is very loud. What is that volume? Yeah, it's up real high. Okay. Hi. We're back with Ryan and Rhodes, who's distracted on his phone, and Becca and Piper, who are attempting to join our cooking here. You might see some balloons up here on the wall because look what you did. You made the cupcakes. Oh, I love you. Look at Becca's talking to Rhodes too. Anyway, all right. So we're in the midst of preparing for the Sim World Cup. Okay. Now, here's my thing. Okay. Remember how I said, oh, let's take them into the city. Let's go somewhere fun for like the weekend, celebrate the Sim World Cup. There's a soccer game tomorrow. You know, a lot of things were happening. We've got like the scout checking them out at the games, all this, whatever. I wanted to take them out of town. Do you know what? You know what stinks? Do you know what stinks? You want to see something really fun? Take a vacation. You cannot do this while enrolled in university courses. University courses ruin everything. You can't take a vacation, which technically Ryan and all of her friends would have to do to be able to rent a rental lot in the city that I prepared. I was bummed. So instead, what we're doing, we have balloons up. We are celebrating the Sim World Cup here at Ryan's apartment at around 7 o'clock. We technically have a keg party. Doesn't matter if the keg is a part of this. It probably will be because we need to drink and have a good time. But we've got some like plastic chairs out in the living room. We got rid of the dining table. We got rid of the little coffee table. Made a little bit of space. Ryan just made some cupcakes. And I think we're going to order a pizza really quick just to have this kind of resemble a party. You know, we've got the balloons up and everything. This is my first time using the Party Essentials kit. Fun fact. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. So we're going to have a party in like 30 minutes, which again is completely fine. It was not what I was planning. Okay? It was not what I was planning. And I'm kind of bummed about it. Ryan's having a moment as well. I'm a little bit pissy pants about it, to be honest. But last time we were with Ryan and everybody, it was mainly focused on her and Rhodes, to be honest. They went on their first little datey date, their first official real datey date. And it went really, really, really well, if we're going to be honest. Hello? Who's this man? Who are you? Do we know you? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Oh, his name's Daniel. I think he lives downstairs. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, their date went super, super well. And they are actually, let's just bring up Rhodes' profile real quick. Perceived as basic looking, first off. I need to fix that. Second, they are official. They're dating exclusively, which means that the woohoo partners relationship is now obviously gone. That is not a thing that is happening anymore. And they have been open with everybody about this. So I have a feeling that right now, Becca is talking with Rhodes and being like, so you finally made the official move, huh? Like, it's about time that she admitted her feelings for you, honestly. She's had feelings for you from the get-go, but she's way too stubborn to have admitted them. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, in a way. I mean, this is the most romantic way. I wore her down, right? Like, they were in their nice little, like, fake relationship thing. Their little, like, oh, yep, let's start the party. Their little, like, friends with benefits thing. And now they're official. And the pizza got here just as the party started. Oh, I'm thrilled. Okay. We're going to get our pizza real quick. The party just started. Hello? Can I take my pizza? Hey, Spencer, showed up with your weird little sweater around your neck. I don't like that at all. Anyway, we're having a party and we're going to watch the Sim World Cup in just a second here, because that is the whole entire point of this party. And then on the calendar, we also have, what am I trying to say? We also have a dance party, technically, is what's scheduled. We have a dance party scheduled at the Waterside Warble in the city. So after they watch the World Cup, they are going to go into the city. Oh, Rhodes is feeling a little flirty. Look at him, look at her. They're going to go and have a little dance party and celebrate out at a club. And you know what? If that is not the most college thing I've ever heard in my entire life, you know? I just want to take a second. Okay, can we just... Why is Kyle dancing outside the door of Brian's apartment? You can come inside and dance, buddy. Anyway, we are watching the sports channel. I believe that we just satisfied that. Yeah, we did. We did satisfy that. Everything's good to go. And now we're about to head to the dance party. Very, very quick. Let's do it. Okay. we have arrived at the Waterside Warble for our quote-unquote dance party, i.e. our post-Sim World Cup celebration. And let me just say that I downloaded this from the gallery. I love this lot so much. I don't know why it was really hard for me to find a lot that I really, really liked to replace the Waterside Warble as like a renovation. Do you know what I mean? And this is by Little Pirate 213 on the gallery. It is really cool. You can already tell from the outside. Like, I'm really excited to look at it. Look, we've got like a bar, like a rooftop bar hangout area with like the bubble blower. And then you've got like this little lounge hangout area with 2 other bars, by the way. And then downstairs, maybe they're on break, but there's a DJ here. There's a DJ and a couple of dance floors, and I can't freaking wait. We also got these really cool fancy talking toilets, because I mean, what else would you want at a dance club? Or a nightclub, whatever the heck it's called. You want talking freaking toilets. So you know what? It's great. Okay, so we're all gonna go dance, okay? Okay. I don't know what that is, but can we just all dance together? Yeah, is this it? Dance together? Why is there not just like a dance together option? Is this, am I all right? Is this okay? Okay, I think that's it. Dance together? Sure. I don't know, but I feel like the DJ's outside. I feel like everybody just loaded into the lot. And because even though the Sim World Cup is like one of the most, I don't know, important days of the year for Ryan, is there seriously no music? Are we just like, why don't we have a DJ? This is Listen, when I loaded into this lot earlier, I brought her here temporarily just to be like, oh, is it gonna work? Yay. The DJ was here, and now there's no DJ. Do I have to take another pause? Is this episode already going off the rails? Probably. And because we're at a club, of course there's gonna be some like less than appropriate dancing going on. And especially between these two, because you know what? They are a newfound couple. I just had to take a pause because it's really cute and I need screenshots. Also, I wanted to note that I'm using a new G-Shade preset. Do you guys like it? Do you like it? I like it. It's really nice. I really like it. It's not that much different than the one I was using, but I think what it does is the shadows are a lot harsher, which is a good thing for me. Like I love harsher shadows in my like graphics and stuff. And it also brings down the saturation, mutes colors, while also bringing up the vibrance. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I also don't know where Piper and Becca went. So it's just like Ryan and the guys tonight, which there's no problem with, but I just think it's so interesting. Like her girlfriend's just ditched. I don't know. They might be upstairs or something. And the guys are like, no, we want to dance. Like we came here to dance, man. Also, I feel like I skirted over, like I said, the Sim World Cup. So we're just going to like pause right here on them while they're dancing at the club. And I have no idea who was playing aside from like the Sim national team or whatever the case is. And of course, like Ryan and Rhodes were cheering for that team. And I believe they won. So tonight is like a really big celebration, not only for their favorite professional soccer team winning the Sim World Cup, which they are thrilled with, but also the fact that tomorrow the scout is going to be checking out their game. Now, hopefully they don't get too crunk tonight where they can't play their game tomorrow night. I think they'll be fine. But it's just really exciting. There's a lot going on. And I think, like I mentioned too, summer break is coming up, but this is Ryan's last term and there's 5 days left. 5 days! And we're going to be at graduation. I don't know what to do with that information, to be completely honest with you. And also look at the depth of field. It's really nice, you guys. It's like really nice. She looks angry, but I promise you she's not. Like she's not actually that mad. You know I'm going to keep pausing to take screenshots. I just can't help it because look at how cute they are. Look at how cute they are. Like I think they're adorable. Look at that. Look at that. I think he's like, baby, you need to watch these moves, all right? Or we're going to be leaving early. And she's like, did you just call me baby? And he's like, did you not like it? Does that not work for you, Ramos? Do you need like an insult or something? Or like your last name? You don't want a cute pet name? And she's like, I don't know, try out some others. That one might not work for me. These cute babies. I'm just here for the love, honestly. I just am. And Ryan's just like, boy, you cute. You cute. But I just like seeing them have a good time. Do you know what I mean? I'm just enjoying watching them all have a good time. I want her to also dance. Like together. I guess that's it. It's really weird. Some of those options are blurred out. Also, our DJ that we paid 250 simoleons for like never showed up. So I don't know what that means, but here we are. Ryan's feeling a little flirty from their little sensual grind. And so is Rhodes. Look at him moving them hips. Look at that man moving his hips. Oh, I love that for you. I love that so much. And look at felt the mood from sensual grinding. Ryan can't keep her hand to herself around her partner. That's probably true, actually. That's, you know, this is becoming very true. And I also love, there's really no like bad blood between Rhodes and Kyle because Rhodes know that Ryan was just kind of like going after Kyle very loosely to make him jealous. So Kyle's kind of joined the friend group at this point, and he's like super chill with Spencer and Craig here. We don't really see a lot of Craig, by the way. He just kind of hangs out. But he's like super chill with these three. It's like the three blondies are like BFFs. Well, JJ's a blonde too, but not natural blonde. And JJ's just here for a good time. I want to find the girls though. I don't know where they went. Like, are you here? They're not even here. They left. This game. I don't know what happened, but literally none of the staff showed up at that bar. Like at that nightclub, I was devastated. What? Okay. Can this game... What did I just say? Did I just say that everything was chill with Kyle Kyleson? Did I not just say that 2 seconds ago? Right, okay. Suggestive look. Riot is under the impression that another sim has their gaze fixed directly upon her. With a glimmer in their eye, it's plain to see that Kyle has an intense interest in Ryan. Accept his advances or ignore them. We're gonna ignore him. Sorry, Ryan ignored Kyle's advances. He shouldn't bother her with his antics anymore. Kyle, what are you doing? Look at Ryan's face. She's like, dude, what the Look at her. She's like, don't be doing that. Is he kidding? I was trying to say that none of the staff showed up at the nightclub, so we came over to the Spice Festival, even though it's ending soon, to just get a beer because, like, did everybody seriously glitch out and drop their beers on the floor? I'll scream. Honestly, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Kyle, get out of Ryan's face. Do not flirt. Get out of my face. Go. Rose, where you go? Oh. These glasses are floating everywhere. Kyle's feeling flirty. I need to leave. I'm not having a good time anymore. Well, we've got a group of other people here now, apparently. Craig is really breaking it down. Everybody and their mother has decided to just show up at this nightclub all of a sudden. The DJ showed up, so we came back to the club after getting our beers at the festival. And this place is bumping. Like, do you see everybody right now? Like, Rose is even dancing with Kyle. Like, I'm actually... See, this is what, and the DJ just left. Are you kidding? This is what I would imagine a club would look like, at least like population wise, but the DJ just left. So you know what? I'm done. They're back home, just snuggling. Don't mind Ryan's butt clipping through that comforter there. It's fine. Look at how cute they are. That was an exhausting evening. Honestly, I wanted that to go a lot smoother than it did, but they got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. They got that last subway train. I don't know, you call it a subway, you call it a train. Train is a different thing, but like the subway. Okay, look, I'm from New England and I'm used to the city of Boston and we just call everything the T. So anyway, they took like the last subway back to Brightchester. It was super late. They all stumbled back to their dorms, apartments, their homes, whatever. Rhodes got Ryan like all washed up. You kind of saw that it was really cute. She took like a shower before bed and then he like blow dried her hair and everything. It was really sweet. It was really, really cute. Anyway, they're just now cuddling up a little bit and I don't know. I wanted to pause on this little moment here because I haven't really had a chance to just like pause and talk about them that much, but things are going really, really well. Like it hasn't been long since their first date, but they've fallen into this routine and they're just so much more openly affectionate with one another. And their push and pull dynamic obviously hasn't completely dissipated, but it's evolving and it's changing. And I just think it's really sweet. And Rhodes is quite the caretaker, which I don't know if I was really expecting. He's always been like this soft little angel, I think, under his like cocky demeanor, but I think that he is a caretaker at his core. And he kind of told Ryan, that he grew up without his dad around. He just has his mom. So I don't know, maybe that's kind of rubbed off a little bit more. Maybe he's more of a caretaker, nurturing than he may have been. I don't really know how to articulate that, but his mom was like a very nurturing person. So it's coming through a little bit. Okay. It's coming through. Just look at them snuggle. Just look at this. Just a very cute kiss. Oh, her head's glitching through a little bit, but it's cute. Cute kissing. Thank you. Okay, first off, not Daddy Rhodes. Look, not Daddy Rhodes literally growing this mustache like goatee thing over freaking night. Okay, right. Also the way he's looking at her. Anyway, she's miserable as all heck. And do you want to know why she's miserable? She's miserable because she has a caffeine craving to heck. And Rhodes made her a flat white for when she got up. She's so cranky, but she's also hungover because she drank far more than Rhodes did. Rhodes has a very sad feeling right now because she's so bummed, but he had a buff like 2 seconds ago that was like, it was something along the lines of like, he thinks that his significant other is on something, and it's because technically she has the coffee like addict lifestyle that's in game, but she also is addicted to coffee via the base mental mod. So that's actually kind of interesting that he like developed this sense that she was quote unquote on something or wanted to be on something. And it's technically just caffeine. I just thought it was funny. It's literally 4:00 and she just woke up. Like she is feeling freaking rough. And Rhodes just like sat around and waited for her to get up. Because he's an angel. Actually, I'm going to see if he can clean the floor. That was something I wanted him to do. Yup, he can. This was from one of the many fires that I told you guys about. Yeah, it was from one of the many fires. It was really great. Since I moved some of the furniture, he can actually clean it. What an angel. He's like, you had a rough night, okay? I'm just going to clean up a little bit for you, all right? Just chill. And now I think he might be leaving. But you know what? That's fine because the game doesn't want me to enjoy anything. It's Saturday afternoon. Now, I want to refocus again. I'm going to have Ryan go tutor some students, I think, because I really want her to complete. She has to actually, oh my gosh, she has to complete this level of her aspiration because I think the next level is like earn a degree, do this, that, and the other. And since her term is ending in 5 days, like she really has to do that now. Otherwise she's not going to be able to. Right, we're going to clean up our coffee too. We have like 3 pairs of Rhodes' underwear at this point. I don't know what's wrong with us. We also have to do our homework. So you know what? Off cam, I think a little bit, we're going to spend the evening tutoring students and trying to get our homework done before classes start again next week. Just call me Simba because I'd be lying to all of you. One of my favorite things to do is lie, apparently, because I was like, oh, we're going to go tutor students. We're going to do our homework. No, I forgot. We had a soccer game. I had a soccer game. Right. Okay. And this soccer game is a big deal, though, now that I've kind of like chilled out from the fact that I was just straight up lying to you. They're having their soccer game right now, but then there's going to be more news about those tryouts. Remember at the end of last episode, Ryan got the email about upcoming tryouts. They don't know how many spots. They don't know what they're really going to do here. But those are coming up. So she's going to be meeting with one of the scouts after this game. And she doesn't know if Piper's also going to meet with said scout or Rhodes or anything. Like they haven't been told if they're all going to be meeting together, if they're going to be meeting like individually, if everybody gets a meeting. Like they just really don't know what's going on. Also, this stadium is like decked the heck out with all of the banners, all of them in existence. That is a bit much. But I needed to take a pause and just remind ourselves that that's where we're kind of at, is we're at a soccer game. We're going to be here probably till like 9 or 10 o'clock, which is a little bit unfortunate. I believe we can tutor students at any hour. So unfortunately, I'm going to keep Ryan up pretty late, and we are going to tutor at least one student before we go back to our apartment, which means she's going to be absolutely exhausted by the end of the day. Most likely. I mean, she has pretty high energy right now because she slept all damn day. But that's what we're going to try to do, and we do still have tomorrow as well, but the tutoring just takes so long, and we have to tutor 5 freaking students, 5 of them. We have to do this 3 more times, and I don't know if I want to, but we're gonna. Hi, I still haven't put Ryan's apartment back together, but can I also take a pause to talk about this reading override? It is, in fact, reblogged on my CC Finds Tumblr, but it's basically an override for how your Sims are positioned and the animation for when they're reading and apparently and or doing homework. And I just really like it. I saw it on Tumblr, immediately reblogged it, and waited for it to be public. I'm thrilled. It just, to me, it looks a lot more natural than them sitting up straight and just like flipping through their book. Do you know what I mean? But it's Sunday afternoon. I actually had Ryan tutor 2 students last night. She has to tutor 1 more, but I'm trying to get her to finish her homework in time for class tomorrow morning. That way she's not going to have any issues homework-wise in her last class. She's about 25% done, and we're doing okay with simoleons. I was going to have her work a shift at the cafe this morning, but she doesn't have to because she actually made 60 simoleons for each tutoring session she did last night too. So she made 120 simoleons. It's not much, but it's definitely something, right? So I'm not going to worry about that too much. She can maybe work, well, maybe after class tomorrow, actually, if need be. I remember originally saying I was going to have her work on her days off, potentially, but she doesn't really have to. She's kind of fine with funds right now. And actually, since I have you all here, let's just go ahead and fix up her apartment. Well, no, she might glitch out. I was going to say, let's fix up her apartment, get rid of these chairs, get everything back, but I'll do it after. And once she's done with her homework, we're just going to have her tutor 1 more student. And that way we can check out our very last tier of aspiration goals. I had to think of the word. Also, we did hear from our friends, because obviously we had a great time when we were in the city. Piper and Becca are both trying to hang out, as is Spencer. Now, I'm a little... Listen, I'm a little perturbed with Kyle. Let's just backtrack a little bit. The fact that he was making suggestive looks at Ryan, knowing that her and Rhodes just became exclusive, made me a little upset. He seemed chill with just like being friends and not pursuing anything. It's not like anything really happened between the 2 of them anyway, but I feel like Piper and Becca, for the purposes of storytelling here, I feel like Piper and Becca, and maybe even Spencer, because again, Kyle's kind of like, he's kind of in the friend group now. I feel like he has been talking to these 3 and trying to like figure out how serious Ryan is with Rhodes. If there's a shot, like if they'll talk to her for him, it's a little toxic, okay? And Becca and Piper are like, Ryan, you need to straight up tell him that there's no freaking chance. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to straight up tell him, because he's convinced that whatever you have with Rhodes is still casual, and maybe you shouldn't have kissed him all those nights ago. And she's like, it's fine, whatever, like don't worry about it, it's cool. But maybe she's gonna send a quick text message to Kyle, and we're just gonna kind of pretend that it's more of a it's almost gonna be like a breakup text to be like, hey, look, I remember we kind of talked about this, like, Kyle, I think you're cool and everything. It's great that you and my friends get along, but I know it was a little messy, but Rhodes and I are exclusive now, so I really can't be like messing around with you. You know what I mean? And she's just gonna kind of sit and wait for that response, because who knows how that's gonna go. This episode is just gonna be titled, Let the Game Take Control at this point. We're at Evergreen Harbor, apparently. We're just gonna pretend that it's on the outskirts of Brightchester, because I don't know where anything is in the sim world anymore. But Rhodes called and he was like, hey, dress comfy, nothing crazy. We're not going anywhere formal like our first date, but we're going out tonight. Like we're going out this afternoon / early evening, right? So here we are. We are at the Caboose. Yes, I built this and I freaking love it. It is probably one of the builds I am most proud of, because it's an old train station turned industrial restaurant. What? Look at it. I freaking love this place. I also love the outfits I put the waitstaff in. Look, I'm proud of this one, okay? I'm real proud of this build. I love it so much. There's even a bar up top. I think there's a karaoke machine. Of course there is. Need it. Gotta have it. Anyway, Rhodes asked us out on a date here. So we're here to have a little datey date. I wonder what table we want, though. We want this one. I kind of want this one. Yeah, I want this one. So we're here. We're out on a date instead in Evergreen Harbor. Because he asked. And I'm just like, I'm really obsessed with the fact that he's let his facial hair grow out in the past, like, day. It's working for me. He's looking a lot more mature. And I really like it. So we're on a date with Rhodes. And you know what? It's better than tutoring a student. We were in the midst of it. Unfortunately, since we didn't finish, it did not count towards our aspiration, which is honestly really a bummer. But we're going to do it later this evening. That's what I've decided because I want to get it done before she has class tomorrow morning. I just want to get it done. I'm nervous because I will forget. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to forget if I don't do it soon, and therefore I have to do it. Oh, I love the music too. It's like grungy music. Ooh, I built this. I did this. I even did like the cool lighting and stuff. Who was that? Where is she? Because I've lost her. I don't know where she is. She's not building cool stuff like this anymore. What the heck happened? All right. None of that fancy stuff from the last date, okay? We are getting the chef's choice, apparently, barley wine ale. That's what we're doing. And then Rhodes is going to get himself an IPA because he looks like an IPA kind of guy. Now, what do we want for food? This is a nice menu. Listen, I don't like pat myself on the back usually for builds that I do. Honestly, I don't. I would like to do that here. This is a nice build, and I really like the menu. It is interesting. I enjoy it. That beetle stir fry, though, is out the window. The cricket meal, gone. Don't want. Well, I'm in a mood. All right, what are we going to get here? Sizzle brisket over a sour clover salad. Chicken chimichurri skewers. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. And then we have desserts. All right, so it's kind of a small menu. That's not that I'm complaining. All right, she's going to get the skewers, and I think Rhodes is going to get this garden spread because why not? Let's just do that. That sounds great. But I feel as though this date was impromptu, but I think he was just like, hey, I just really wanted to spend some more time with you. Look, I've just been thinking about you ever since. I can't stop thinking about you. You know this. And I just wanted to go out with you. And I wanted to talk about those tryouts because it turns out that Rhodes did indeed he found out when the tryouts are, right? Because we were just talking about that, how they were going to have kind of a meeting with the team, the scout, whatever. And she's like, wait, you have a tryout too? And he's like, do you also have a tryout? And like they officially know when tryouts are. So I think tryouts are going to be right before graduation. So if we're looking at the calendar, she's going to be done. Wait a minute. So we have 4 days left of the term. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Thursday's the last day of class. Tryouts are going to be on Wednesday, so instead of their normal soccer practices, they're going to tryouts for this team. Now, Piper actually informed Ryan that she wasn't going to try out. She didn't want to do it because remember, she was a little bit on edge about doing it anyway. She wanted to kind of focus on her career and stuff like that. She was on the fence, but now she's officially decided that she doesn't want to try out at this time, and she's okay with passing up that opportunity. So again, they don't know how many spots are on this team, but both Ryan and Rhodes are trying out, and Ryan's trying her darndest to not to kind of like not worry about it. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't know how many spots. She doesn't know if they're going up against each other or if there's an opportunity for both of them to be on this team. Everything is so up in the air. The relationship is so new. They don't really know what to do here. So I think they're really just leaning into the fact that they're in this newfound romance and they are just enjoying the absolute heck out of each other. And I think, and I think Rhodes is a little bit sentimental tonight where he's just like, so Ramos, did you ever think we were going to end up here? Huh? She's like, absolutely not. I didn't like you at all. I did not think we were going to end up here. In fact, I did my damnedest to not end up here. And he's like, yeah, well, I knew I'd get you. And she's like, yeah, okay, cocky. Like, you and your ego can take a walk, you know? Where's her food? Are you kidding me? There wasn't room on the table, was there? Sometimes I get really irritated with myself. But I don't know. They're kind of just reflecting a little bit. And he's like, it's been a hell of a year, huh? She's like, yeah, it has. Oh, it's so nice to be with someone I could talk to for hours. This man, I just love him. I love him so much. I'm just looking at their thing really quick because I didn't know if there was anything else. Oh, we learned that he's loyal and family oriented. That's nice. But yeah, they really didn't expect to be here. Do you know what I mean? They didn't expect to be here. They were in a purely physical relationship, and Ryan tried really hard to just like ignore her feelings. Why is our dad calling us? Not now, Dad, we're on a date. And she couldn't. And it still kind of scares her, especially with all of this stuff in regards to the national team kind of looming over their heads. She is getting the urge to kind of run, you know what I mean? Like reject him before he can reject her type thing. She's getting nervous, but man, he has gotten under her skin to the point that she cannot just walk away. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of push and pull. She hasn't really talked to him about that, but he's been able to read her like a book since day freaking one, so I have a feeling he kind of sort of knows what's going on. Not these two singing some karaoke. Oh, she's terrible. Oh, she's real bad. She's trying, and Rhodes is like, you got this, babe. Oh, he's horrific. Look at them belt it right now. Do you see this? No. This is actually the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I think it's the worst thing I've heard too. What a date night. You know what? You might as well end on a high note, I guess. I have to pause it. Rhodes may look fine. Oh, but he's not. Oh, that's okay. Right, that was a lot more visual than I thought it was going to be. This poor man. They had a lovely time at the caboose. They got some great freaking food. They had a drink up at the bar. They sang karaoke. And then it hit him like a ton of bricks on their teleport. Back to Brightchester. Look at this man has food poisoning. The gurgling of the stomach is a deafening roar. Rhodes must call the restaurant immediately to report this, but whatever happens, he should not wander too far from the bathroom. And the drink that he had probably isn't helping either. This poor man is so sick. He just, oh my God, that is actually so gross. I didn't know how gross that was. This poor man just busted into her apartment. She's not even here. She's sobering up from her drink. She's just like happily walking up to the apartment, and he bolted in here and just got sick all over the place. He is not doing great. I feel so bad. The toilet's gross. We're actually gonna have him get some water really quick, and then he's gonna brush his teeth. I wish that there was a way for, oh my God, now he has to pee really bad. Are you kidding me? Can we have like anything nice? I wish that there was a way for Sims to take care of each other when they were sick. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that would be really nice. It would make me really happy. But Ryan's like, oh my gosh, Rhodes, like, please just stay for the night. Like, don't try to go back to the dorms tonight. Stay here. I'll keep my eye on you. And in between like burps and gargles, he's like, you taking care of me, Ramos? Like, you gonna nurse me back to health? And she's like, are you seriously making jokes right now? Like, you are unwell, sir. And he's like, I gotta make light of it somehow. Like, he's not doing well at all. He really had to pee. My gosh, I didn't know he had to pee that freaking bad. That was out of nowhere. He's squeamish. Is Rhodes squeamish? It's because I temporarily took control of him. I don't think he's that. No, I don't think he would actually be squeamish. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't think he would be squeamish. Also, I see him sitting down in the toilet. This poor man. He had to take like a food poisoning dump. I hate myself sometimes. It's very early in the morning. Ryan is still up because her fun was really low. She really wanted to have some fun with Rhodes after their little date there. But this poor food poisoned man is fast asleep because, oh, in the bathroom. Oh, we're gonna have to clean that too, actually. I feel so bad. That was so unexpected. He actually didn't even call the restaurant. He was just like, no, it's fine. I can't. Like, he did not have the stomach for it. He literally couldn't do it. And now he's like feeling fine. Like, he's on the mend. But maybe he can call them tomorrow? I don't know. Let's see. If we do this. Send drunk text. Oh my God, I forgot we could do that. I forgot we could do that with Base Mental. I don't know what it's under. No tenant agreement. It's not that. Is it entertainment? Is it travel? Volunteer? Whatever. I don't even know where it is. That's the camera. That's not it. It's not social money. It's not under gifts or house or whatever. He can't call. I don't, fine. They're not going to know about it, but Ryan's going to clean the toilet really quick before she goes to bed. It was a nice date. Tomorrow morning, she does have class at 9:30, but here's the thing. I think this is probably where we're going to end this episode. It might not be that long. It might be super long. I don't know. I lose track of time. But this feels like a nice place to end it. We watched the Sim World Cup. Our favorite team won. we had a tryout, or we had the meeting, I should say, for the tryout for the national team, which is going to be the day before graduation, which is just wild. And both her and Rhodes have a tryout, like officially. Piper passed on hers, so it's her and Rhodes at this point. Also, there's only 4 tiers here for being on the soccer team, but I completely just spaced on the fact that Ryan was kind of up for a captain position, and that was something that happened. Okay, we're gonna go playmaker. You're basically the captain at that point. You are making plays, all right? So she's doing really well on the team in general, and this is her final year all of a sudden, apparently, because at the beginning of the LP she was like a sophomore, and now it's senior year because time doesn't exist in this game. But we're gonna let her go to bed. We're gonna end the episode here. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Hello? Bye.